Welcome to the Fantasy HQ podcast, all things NRL fantasy. Find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Facebook. Your hosts, Frosty and Stevo.
Welcome everybody to Fantasy HQ, all things NRL fantasy. We're a new podcast for YouTube and Spotify. I'm Stevo, co-hosting this with Frosty. He's a dog supporter. You might have already seen his video in the first one. And I'm the wide supporter, which right now isn't looking too flash with the injury list to some pretty crucial players like Metcalf, Barnett and CNK. But we'll keep trucking along. We're both your typical Kiwi lads, a little too obsessed with our NRL fantasy. We go back and forth most days, throwing out ideas, relaying any news. So we thought, why not make a podcast and we'll see where it goes. So here we are, giving it a crack. This is my fourth year playing fantasy. In 2022, I was like any newbie playing. Picked my favourite players, went with the big names, and basically had no idea what I was doing. And as a result, I didn't have much to write home about. Things changed in 2023. I took it a little more serious and started listening to the different podcasts, planned out as much as I could. And in doing so, broke into the top 1K, ending the season in the 800s and winning my head-to-head league. So I was pretty pleased with that, to say the least. And in 2024, set my sights to the top 500 and got extremely close. Ultimately settling in the 600s, which I was pretty happy with. But I definitely want to be cracking that top 500 this season. So that's the goal for 2025. So in 2025, I'm currently ranked 1367. And at this stage of the year, it's my highest rank. I usually make up a lot of ranks post-Origin when I've held trades and can make a strong run home. This year, I've been a little bit more trade heavy. So we'll see if it's the same sort of run home that I've had the last couple of years. 1367, however, you can see my bench there. Here, I chose to take the safe loop of Jazz and Turbo with their combined score of 85. Thought I'd bank the points instead of Duncan and Shibba, who I honestly expected to outscore Jazz and Turbo by about 5 to 10 points, but in case of an injury, I just banked with 85. What was impossible for me or anyone to foresee was Shibba Shaka scoring a career best 76 with 2 tries, then followed with Duncan scoring a 96, also a career best with 2 tries, leaving me 87 points on the table, which looks like would have had me sneaking in the top 700 at the end of this round. So a little bit gutted there. Sometimes the loops come off, sometimes they don't, and this time I just played it way too safe. But I mean, things could have gone a lot worse if I had have gone with Duncan and his HI in the first minute. But I mean, things could have gone a lot better, obviously, as well. So yeah, sitting at 1367 rank, roughly 14.2 mil team value, 7 trades in the bank with 8 to come in round 20. So in a pretty good position for the rest of the season and the run home. So hopefully make the right calls and sneak into that top 500. I'll be very happy. On to my round 1 team here. I'll just go across. The only 2 disappointments I started with was Duffy and just Goshiski. Other than that, I was extremely happy with the pods I picked early in Horse, Hosking, Lucas, Shibba. And as a result, started the season in a good spot inside top 5K. I started with a couple of big guns, the likes of Cleary, Haas, Ponga, who started the season really well. May, who was always going to be a good scorer. Basically, everyone needed him. So yeah, if we look back at the trades I did make, scroll down here. Go down to bottom. Round 1, Humphreys there. Looked like a must-have, which he was, to be fair. And with Metcalf's performance in a Warriors team that played shocking in Vegas, I honestly didn't foresee the Waz and Lukey playing anywhere near as good as they did basically until now. So like most, traded out Metcalf, and it's, if not the biggest, it's one of the bigger regrets this season. He's been excellent and up over 700k, so he had a lot of money to make, which is what people predicted round one, so it showed the thinking was there. The next few rounds, I was early to get on players that had money to make, the likes of Toa, Nicholson, Couchman, Egan, Wong, Clark, trading out the injuries early door. That was Hoskins and Lucas, or duds like Duffy and Gaszewski up top there. Round 6, I jumped on D-Bags, Dylan Brown. Did a good job for me until round 13, but he wasn't the right option, really. I passed up on Katoa from the Dolphins when he was cheap. Unfortunately, it hurt me quite a bit. He's been excellent this season. I was also late on the likes of Sharp, who, looking back, I could have got in instead of Brown with the same coverage, but I was just unsure with how consistent he would be, which I was wrong. I obviously needed to get him in. He was a crucial bring-in for a while there, so he had been excellent before his injury for Newcastle, unfortunately. From there, if I just scroll up a bit, sort of focusing on buy coverage with my trades. Potential keepers, the likes of Tapani, likes of Farmworth, Garrick, someone who had money to make or did their job for me with cover, the likes of Tavanga, Jazz, Hosking. At the time, Leo Thompson had good coverage, had a bit of money to make, but Leo Thompson ended up being injured and then getting suspended. I could have picked KPP over him. I picked Docker Clay for round 12 bye, but he ended up getting benched and then didn't play much after that, so that was a bad regret there. I quickly traded out coming up. In recent weeks, it's all been about bringing in cut price keepers who round out my 21 with the likes of Garrick. You got Trinky there, Cook, Turbo, Hughes. So looking for that value, people that should start scoring pretty well and give me sort of coverage on my extended bench with the likes of Turbo. Duncan there also is a sort of 18th sort of man player. I did trade out Cleary. Traded out Cleary for Katoa, mainly because Cleary played 1 out of 4 weeks compared to Katoa playing 3 out of 4. And as a result, Katoa scored a combined extra 93 points over that period. So that was massive for me when it comes to overall rank during this period of play here. Having said that, I'll absolutely be looking to get Cleary back in for round 19. He's pretty important to have in the team for this run home. So a few injuries have popped up now. So we've got Sharp, who I traded out for Carraz. Now Carraz has gone and made 18th man for Origin. So that buggers up my my centre or wing coverage for this round. We'll go back up to my team. We've also got Couchman. He's just gone and busted himself. We've got Ponga. He's gone and got out. You've got Wong, who I'm due to trade, and Jazz, who, although he covers this week, it looks like his money making's done. He's made, 180k, 170k. So he's done the job, but I've sort of got 4 or 5 players I'm in the need of trading now with 7 trades remaining before round 20. I'll probably be using 4 before then, which will leave me about 11 trades for the last few rounds. So anyway, that's my team. Thanks for watching this deep dive into my team for 2025 and my history of fantasy. Frosty and I would appreciate it if you gave the channel a follow and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Spotify, and Facebook. And this is just a bit of a trial run really for us to start with. There's only a few weeks left in the season, but it should give us a pretty good idea and a base moving forward for 2026, what we want to do, how we want to play it. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.